And welcome back to the Don't Make This Weird podcast. I'm your host with the most, Joey Strange. Here with me as always, Tony and Heather. Our guest today, William Patrick.
That's it.
I remember.
What's going on, man?
Welcome to Don't Make This Weird podcast.
And you do what?
A little bit of everything. I'm a multi-instrumentalist, singer-songwriter, session guitarist, touring dude, dad, a little bit of everything.
What are your projects? I was going to let you go over the list.
Okay. Let's get this out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to split it up into three different parts. There's the hip hop end. I am a founding and original member of the band called Redbone, touring hip hop rocking. Yes, like Linkin Park-ish kind of thing. I've been with them for almost 5 years. Some of the best times in my life. I love these guys. Hip hop touring Astray. He is a rapper signed to Shady Music Publishing, not to be confused with Shady Records. He is a writer for Eminem's label. Who's currently producing his own album called Good Luck. I'm featured all over that album as a session guitarist. One of the big singles off that album is going to be The Gods, featuring Kryptonite from Slaughterhouse, which is extremely dope. Like that's a recorded thing. As a solo artist, I am an acoustic singer-songwriter, and I have a blues rock band that I currently tour with. Some of my best friends are called Citizen Youth. And we started last November and are currently working on a major deal with a little record company out in Nashville called Lava Records. They're in the Universal Music Group. So it's been very busy with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
I'm tired. Running on 0 hours of sleep, as always.
Sleep thing you speak of.
Yeah, what is that, really?
I've forgotten what that's like.
And then when you actually do get sleep, doesn't it feel weird? Like you're like, I'm missing something.
Oh man, I get off the road and I will sleep for probably 4 or 5 days straight.
Oh, wow.
I'll get up early back and I have this request always when I come home that there be apple pie. Because like what's better than mom's homemade apple pie, right?
Exactly.
So like that's my thing, and every time I magically pop home in 2 weeks and it's my pillow and apple pie. And that's it.
That's right.
Not a bad request.
That's life, man.
Well, I'm glad you could take time out of your busy schedule to sit with us and bullshit for about, I don't know, how long?
2?
Usually 2 hours.
It's my pleasure.
Sometimes we cut it short. Sometimes we go there too long.
We do what we want.
We haven't
That's
gone
what he's saying.
We haven't gone off the minutes yet, so it's not too long.
Wow.
We only broke 3 hours.
Challenge accepted.
I think we only broke 3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going on forever. We're having too much fun.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun here, so I think
Yes.
that's that.
I love that.
One of these days,
That's the life of legacy.
one of these days, we need to start early and just marathon like a 12 hour.
Call me up. I'd love to come through.
We're totally jamming together. We're doing that. Like writing a song, recording it.
We just do a podcast writing a song.
That's right. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
would do it.
interesting.
Our listeners out there, if you guys would like us to do that, go ahead and put the comment section.
They're like, fuck you guys, you never do that.
You always say you're going to post things after the show. You always say you're going to do this, and that doesn't happen.
We blame Heather.
Or,
Who's in charge of PR around here?
We blame Heather.
fingers.
Not it.
Fingers are good. I told you on the way here. We talked about this. Jeff says hi, by the way. Hi, Jeff.
So, Jeff.
Hola, Senor Jefe.
My name is Jay.
Every time. But yeah, so well, cool. I'm glad that you picked him on here. Hopefully, you won't be regretted halfway through.
I mean, I have a tattoo on my ass cheek, a
That's
piece
true.
of cake. I think every other life decision beyond that, regretfully.
Actually, that's the first time I met you.
That is. It's
I was
actually
gonna
how
say,
we met.
And
about that backstage at the Brentwood. When you guys were doing the show, you're like, no,
Yes.
seriously, dude, I have a tattoo of a
This
piece
is
of
about
cake on
3
my
years
ass.
ago, yeah.
Yeah.
I have that picture on my SD card still.
Damn.
Wait, you took
Yeah.
a picture of
My
his
ass is like.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't take a picture,
I can
actually.
totally see this. Heather's just like, oh yeah, that's right.
No, that's not
you
what I did.
definitely took a picture of my ass.
Yeah.
I didn't. It was the other chick.
Whatever. It was you. Don't deny
It was just
Yeah, I'm
that.
definitely sure it was you.
Was
Yeah.
it?
it was
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
It's on your SD card. Like,
No,
I asked you if you had a cigarette.
no, they didn't smoke.
No. I asked you if you had, and you're like, no, but my friend does.
That was me.
Yeah, I think you or Miss Kratz.
Yes, it was her. She took
Bam.
the cigarette.
Bam.
But it was on my camera, so. Because we all use the same camera.
Yeah, you're the one that just like confiscated the SD card. I don't know where it went.
Whatever.
I'm surprised that I haven't smoked that memory away.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh. Okay, he's saying the side. Wonderful.
what's that?
I didn't touch it.
Who's saying
Wonky.
Jeff.
We descriptive words.
Wonky.
Wonky is not
See,
a.
that's the thing that bothers me though, because some people it'll be messed up for some people,
Right.
but other people it's fine. So it's not always us.
How does it sound out there, guys? Let us know.
Gotcha. Okay. Let us know. I wiggled the cord. I did my part. Hey, I'm Kat.
Not all we can do.
She says hello, loves. There's
Hello,
muffled
guys.
feedback going on the, with the audio.
What?
Muffled.
Oh.
It's probably all just picking up too much. Like,
Get your shit together, Joey. Well, how do we
Well,
remedy
hold on.
this as professionally as possible?
Let me see if that helps because I muted out the guitar chair.
Oh, that could do it.
that might actually be what it is.
Hey.
Did that fix it, guys? Let us know.
That might
Let
be.
us know.
That makes sense. That makes total
Because
sense.
we had no problem last time with that.
Oh.
Okay, let it. Yeah, that's true.
Did it fix it?
I don't know. Nobody's answered yet.
You know why? But like before, because like I told you to mute it out before we did it with them. It was after you started playing, and we just forgot to mute it out after that.
Yeah.
Because before that, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, we should probably mute that
Mhm.
because that's gonna be a problem.
Dropping the
I didn't
ball.
even think about it this time.
Oops.
Yeah,
There's so many.
nobody's answered yet whether or not that helped.
They probably logged
It
off
didn't
and said,
fix
"Screw
it."
you guys."
She said it did not fix it.
Did not. Oh, well.
I don't know what to tell you guys.
All right.
We shit the bed on this one.
Well, there we go.
Move the cord again.
You get your stuff off. So professional. Get your shit away from me.
Hey,
It's never my fault.
I've been a professional radio station. It's not a whole lot different.
That's the great part about doing
Okay.
stuff live.
Abs, man. Nothing beats live.
Right.
What you doing? I am shitting the bed.
Shit in the bed right now.
I feel like doing any kind of live broadcast, live TV, it's kind of like riding a bike. I mean, that bike is on fire. The motor's on fire.
Without
You're
a
on
seat.
fire. Oh, and your handlebars are on fire.
Pretty much
Sometimes,
everything.
sometimes we'll get through it no problems at all.
Yeah,
And then
perfect.
other times we'll have a few problems, and then we'll have
Just
a
colossal
Hannah
fuck-ups.
incident.
Pretty much.
Oh, where it
What's
was
our-
completely
one-
robotic.
We've had like an entire episode just be completely unusable
Yeah,
because you couldn't hear anything. It was a good episode.
it was a bummer
Yes,
too.
fuck that.
So, can you guys at least hear?
Is it okay for now until we get it sorted out? Because if not, I'll try to do something separate.
I don't want it to be like a crappy episode.
Probably good.
Okay, she said she can still understand us,
Okay.
but does it sound robotic?
Scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
Where are we sitting at?
Where are we at? We're so see, we're concerned, you guys.
Heard something
care
about
about-
a grading scale. Does that apply here?
No, that's the sexual harassment scale. Grading scale.
That's the greatest.
Okay, she said we're good.
All right.
We're
Sure.
gonna talk about other things other than fixing our sound and how you shit the bed.
How you shit the bed.
I don't.
It's all your fault.
No.
You're the technical advisor.
I'm just that is not true. That is the worst thing to call me.
I'm the most technologically inclined one here, and even I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
And you guys put
Oh.
microphones to the sound.
Yeah, she said
I
all
just
over.
play guitar and there's stuff. That's it. That's literally it.
I've come to the conclusion I just exist to cause other people grief.
Isn't that odd when you know, just because you're dating, people just despise you?
No, I've gotten pretty used
Are you,
to it.
are you the guy that needs a shirt that says "I'm just here to fuck shit up"?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
His girlfriend.
AKA Joey.
I explained pretty much.
So- Not that I want to go back to the whole sound issue, but she said it sounds like everybody's microphone is in my butt.
Well, mine is, so.
Well, then.
He is technically naked, so.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, just for clarity's sake, no bikes are getting colonoscopies, please.
Nope, that's
Not
not
happening.
It's not going on.
Only mine.
Only Joey. So, how was everybody's week? Do we have anything to recap on?
possibly.
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 Really.
Well, I know we had some stuff coming up in the future that we can't exactly talk about just yet.
Yeah, but we could talk about the shit that happened this week.
Well, I'll let you take it.
Oh,
Who died?
what?
The bass player in the Prison Merchant band that was in Captain
Oh, that's not. Oh, I was just joking.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Very
It
slow
happened.
news.
Well,
R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P.O. Samuel.
He was a nice guy.
He was a nice
Yeah.
guy.
He was a nice guy.
It's sad. It's pretty sad.
Lost him.
that's what-
Going too, man.
That's what I posed. I know, because he was like, I'm getting out of the hospital. I'm going to play the show.
Yeah, let me give you the backstage, the
Please.
backstory of this guy. Okay, so we met him. I don't remember where I met him at, but my aunt started this crazy years ago. This dude lost a leg due to diabetes, and said, "I'm going and play with you guys. That's all I want to do." So we go through. We do a couple of gigs. He loses another leg to diabetes.
Yeah.
Gets out of the hospital, I think 2 weeks later, back at rehearsal with a wheelchair. Plays a couple more gigs, gets fitted for a prosthetic. His prosthetic's like, Terminator 2 type stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Walks from the parking lot into the rehearsal space where we're rehearsing at, which is like easily, I don't know, a football field. And then starts having other issues with his hands. And come to find out, after the rehearsal we had Friday, found out he had gangrene in his hands. And he had an infection because his finger was all like swelled up and everything.
Jesus Christ.
So then he goes back to the hospital and was apparently giving everybody all kinds of grief about, look, I gotta play this gig Thursday. I don't know what it is you guys are doing. I gotta do the rehearsal on Tuesday. You guys need to let me out of here. Gets out of the hospital, goes home, just goes back to the hospital and then dies.
That is the most metal fucking story I have ever heard.
I know. Sam was hardcore, man.
That is legit.
So, not to cut in, but I checked the sound.
Yeah.
And it sounds bad as what I thought it was.
Okay.
So, I don't know if it's just certain people, but like when I was listening to it, it was a little bit muffled. But it really wasn't that bad. Like I could still understand everything.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So,
Thanks for the
it was mostly you.
Mostly me.
Your
Mostly
mic, your mic fell over too.
Did you break my mic?
I wasn't.
Carpet.
Yeah. I did see that. That happened.
Definitely broke my head.
Definitely. I was there for that.
See, thank you. I wasn't blamed for once, and I didn't.
Well,
Yeah. Well, so you're the muffled one, so you can't talk to me.
Whatever. Great.
But
Well, you
anyway-
hear my epic Sam story.
Yeah, that heard
I
it.
heard it.
And he's up there playing with the greats.
Yeah, he's dealing with
Sam.
Jimmy and
Mhm.
Stevie and all them guys. I mean,
Tom.
Tom, yep.
Man, did that fuck up anybody else quite like
Yes.
fuck me up?
Yeah,
Like I legitimately sat in my room and cried.
I think it fucked up you more than anybody else.
there was some definite man tears shed.
Like I was
Mhm.
sad for Las Vegas. It was
Yeah.
a completely different kind of sad.
Wasn't that
Tom
crazy?
Petty.
Yeah.
Like that
I
shit
was-
fucked me up.
I really never got into that.
Man, great American song.
Yeah, I grew up listening to Tom Petty, man. So
Me too. Yeah.
Guitar master, like that dude.
he was right at
mind
the
blowing.
with Dylan. He could just write a great song.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
in my opinion, Dylan's the greatest songwriter on the face of the planet.
Did you ever hear a story of how "Don't Back Down" was written?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like that was. It didn't happen. It was supposed to be a throwaway track,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it ended up blowing up the charts
Yep.
with like 60 some odd weeks.
So, and how rock and roll Tom Petty was when he was recording Daniel Torpedoes. He kept telling me, studio engineer, I think it was, look, when we're done tracking for the day, take the masters. I don't know where they're at. And he'd go into court and say, yeah, I'm working on a record. Well, where's the evidence? Because we need that. Because you're still under contract. And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was so rock and roll.
Badass, man. It's so badass.
Yeah, it was definitely a sad.
When rock and
loss.
roll was really rock and roll.
Yeah, right? I mean, that's why I love Frank Zappa, because Frank Zappa, from the jump, was giving the record companies the finger going, yeah, sorry, I own property on Mars. So they completely rewrote every single record contract that wherever it was being done, in what city, what state, what hemisphere, and in the universe. That clause is in every record contract, courtesy of Frank Zappa.
God damn.
And I'm like, yes.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's pretty cool. So, do you want to talk about the whole shitty week, though?
Yeah, go ahead.
The whole thing with the building?
Go ahead.
All right, so,
Can I open by saying fuck City Hall?
yeah, you can do that. That's cool.
Fuck City Hall.
And
I don't even know what's going on, but I agree with that statement wholeheartedly.
so,
Fuck City Hall.
collectively, we were working on purchasing the old TACA building, what they called the Gothic-looking church is what they described it as.
The Joy Street Church.
Joy Street Church. And we had put in a bid, and they had to rezone. Did I say something wrong? Okay.
No, I was talking
You're
about
talking to me, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Code of the Road. We can't talk about it.
That's fine. That's fine. So they said they had to rezone, which was fine. We understood that it was cool, but then they came back with wanting us to put in another bid. So we put that in, and we outbid ourselves because we're just that damn good. But
Outbid yourselves?
yes, we
Yeah,
did.
that's how we roll.
The other guy dropped out, and they failed to let us know that he dropped out. So we overbid.
Well, he didn't drop out. He just stayed his bid.
That at the meeting, that's what Evan said.
I don't know. I don't know.
But anyway, so
Every time Evan opens his mouth, it just sounds like fart noises to me. So.
yeah, well, yeah. So anyway, we ended up getting the bid. We won it, and we were going to do that, but then our investor wanted to talk to them to counter it, because we never got a counter. So
We never got a
So-
rejection letter. We never got anything in written documentation saying that they rejected our first bid.
Wow.
So in real estate, that is a big no-no.
Right.
Because you have to have a paper trail for a paper trail for a paper trail. Now, meaning that we met with the city manager, and he said, yeah, we're sorry, the city didn't have their shit together. The posting came on the market way too soon. And Evan is the one that's the point man on the posting. So confirmation from City Hall, courtesy of the city manager. Now, mind you, when we initially presented all of this, there was smiles all around the City Hall. They supported everything that we're doing. We're very adamant about the other bid and wanting to put a church, another church, in there. And they didn't want that because their general consensus was the church is here in Carroll. Don't have them crap together, so why would we want another place that don't have them crap together?
Right.
So they were all for us putting on community center, concert venue, comedy place, whatever history, dinner type thing, the whole shebang.
So event venue.
Right.
yeah,
Something that's going to make people come to the county seat for something other than legal reasons.
There you go.
And when all of this came down the pipe, because there was a lot of due diligence and trying to communicate with people that really were trying to be just unavailable to not communicate, and making a lot of decisions that were just unethical.
Ultimately, it got ruined by a city hall that doesn't have their shit together and a greedy real estate agent.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it comes down to.
and when I
Politics and greed.
And when I brought up that it felt like deja vu because when Scott Romaine was going to put the distillery in, I was on point with him to help get the people up to the building and everything else. And I just said, this feels like deja vu. Like, you're doing this all over again.
Here's-
Like, you don't want us.
Here's what I thought was funny. Right. So they called a special meeting
Yeah.
for both bids to come forward to accept our second bid. And then one of the City Hall council members decided to get uppity and said, well, I'm a little upset that we had to call that second meeting together in the first place.
When I said that,
I'm like,
yeah.
you're upset about a meeting that you put together because you guys fucked up? Like, how is that my problem?
Pretty much.
What's the deal?
So,
Yep.
anyways, we went this last Monday, which was November 6th, all sat in there, and surprisingly enough, the other bidders that supposedly walked away from the deal
Mhm.
were also there, along with Evan and City Hall, and they were, the other bidders were expressing their concerns and how things were run so poorly. And in the end of their expressing their concerns, I raised my hand and I said, may I interject here also, because to my understanding, we were there to negotiate because we get out there ourselves, and that's a real estate no-no when you're bidding. All the bids are sealed. No one knows about it until they're actually revealed at the very last minute to see who won the highest bid. So this little smarmy used car salesman person, who is the point man on the posting, proceeds to, and mind you, our investor was sitting right there with us, listening to this whole entire thing. And he said, well, JCC Construction or whatever it was, he didn't pronounce the name right. Was like, oh yeah, I spoke with him and he said he was going to do all of this stuff. And it's like, really? Okay. And then the investor spoke up and said, oh yeah, I remember talking to you. Mind you, they're literally sitting this far apart. So he got all kinds of uncomfortable, not knowing that.
He didn't stuck his foot in his mouth.
Right. So then our investor simply said, okay, well, you didn't do this right. I asked for this. This didn't happen. These guys were representing me on my behalf. And the whole thing is just completely unethical. You guys have done nothing but shady shit.
Tell me how this sounds. So he's all set to not get his commission because he is not the closing realtor on it.
Right.
So what he does is once City Hall says, once the city council goes, okay, yeah, we'll take the 18.5.
Right.
Evan decides to pipe up with, well, should we have, some kind of honest money come forward, like $1,000 deposit that he knows and he gives us like a couple of days to get $1,000 together for the deposit.
And I don't even remember him saying that in the meeting.
He said it directly. No, he did.
Oh, did he?
He did directly after they agreed to our bid. Because he knew, he's like, all right, well, I'll try to throw this in the way so they can't get the building and I can get my commission off somebody else.
But here's the kicker, though. It is a cash deal. You don't put any money down, period.
Right.
Yeah.
So with everything that happened, and then after, I told them that it was like a raw deal, Mike Henry got pissed. And, after that whole thing, our investor was like, well, they're pulling out of the bid.
So not with us. Not with us.
No, he wants to stay with us.
Because we are still very much in business. We're still looking for a building.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys hear anything around the area that's for sale, that looks like it would make a nice venue, let us know. We'll look into it. Also, we're not letting this stop us one bit. We're continuing to move forward.
Yep.
We are launching a company called Strange Friends Media to bring all kinds of cool shows to the area.
Yes.
You never look at it.
We're coming.
We're coming for the thumb.
That's right.
I come for the thumb.
Do you come from?
We all come for the thumb.
That's right.
No.
Heather's a team player. She comes first.
Kirk comes for the thumb. Thumbs up. You come for the thumb, Will?
That needs to be in a t-shirt.
No comment.
I come for the thumb.
I come for the thumb.
I'm gonna stop saying "come for the thumb" now. One more time, now. Come for the thumb.
Hey, Joe, you
And then-
should stop saying come for the thumb.
All right.
I know. I can't stop saying "come for the thumb" now.
Will's losing it over here.
It's like
I
that.
broke him.
It's like that Howard Stern
Break him?
bit. It's like that Howard Stern bit where he kept saying "pussy."
Willow.
Yeah,
Pussy
pussy
Willow.
Willow.
All I can think of, Stan, is pussy.
So yeah, so we're moving forward. I think I said every single swear word in the book that night.
She was worse than a sailor on the ride home. It was great.
So bad. I couldn't stop either, and I'm like, oh man.
But no, that's the reason why we do what we do. I mean, you guys, you listen to us faithfully every week.
Resist.
We can only be as great as you guys are. You guys have never let us down. You always blowing up the chat. You guys are sharing our posts. You guys are supporting us 100%. So that's why we get to do what we get to do.
Fight the power.
Right, fight the power. To bring all of this stuff, not only to this area, but the surrounding areas too.
Yeah.
And, hey, we couldn't do it without you guys.
And
Much love.
as an artist, like, we rely heavily on people like you doing what you do, because if not for you guys, who the fuck would listen to us?
Right.
Who the fuck would give it to them? You guys are the conduit for us, and we appreciate that. So please, if you're listening, support these people.
If you're listening, come to the film.
Dairy input, damn the man.
But that's the thing, though. Is
Darn the dude.
I've been in this industry for, God, almost 30 years. So I've been on all sides, from being a lowly roadie to being on stage and performing, to being a tour manager, to being a session guitar player, musician, running my own studio, being a recording engineer, being a producer. All of those things. And if it was easy, I'm sure you can agree with me, well, everybody would do it.
Man, I was telling Heather on the way up here. I remember my first national tour, and I was 19. And I was like, I know what I'm doing. I got this. I got this. Ha ha ha, motherfucker. No, I did not. I was a week in, and I was broke. We were eating peanut butter sandwiches. We were so broke we didn't even have jelly. Like that's not even an oversimplification of how fucked up it was.
Oh,
that is the liberal God's honest truth. Like, I remember calling my daughter's mother. I was in Houston, and I called her. I was like, "No, I need you to send me some money." And I felt bad because I don't ask her for shit.
Right.
So I like the fact that I was at that point.
Yup.
It had only been 5 days in. I was like, what the fuck am I getting myself into? And my first tour was actually with Redburn.
Okay.
And I had just joined this band. I just met Chris. I just met Stevie. We kind of formed this band to do one show. And we literally got picked up and put on a national tour 3 days later. And I didn't even know Chris's last name. And ironically enough, it's Redburn. It's the name of the I didn't even know that much. So,
Don't you love those opportunities?
man. And of course, at 19, like, who's going to say no? Like,
Right.
you're going to go across the country and play music for a living? Fuck yes. Like, that's literally every moment I've dreamed of at 15, blaring Black Sabbath in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Like, this is the moment I waited for. Fast forward 2 more days or 7 days in,
Right.
in Texarkana, Arkansas. My friend cohort that I joined this band with, Dion, who's a keyboard player, who, might I add, before we started this tour, Titus Six, it was my best friend. We lived together.
Yeah.
Like, that's my road dog. He and I are literally throwing blows behind the band in Texarkana, Arkansas at like 3 in the afternoon. After I told the guys, fuck this shit, pull the van over, I'm going home. I cannot deal with this. If I see one more line of coke snorted before noon, I'm calling the fucking feds. What the fuck? We're in a goddamn red state, guys. What the fuck is going on here?
With a cane.
You're bad. I was like, I didn't know I joined the Colombian cartel when I joined this band.
Well, I mean, technically, you were in Texarkana.
What's crazy is all the dope came with us.
Oh yeah.
Our drummer, I'm gonna leave his name out just for posterity's sake, brought a safe. And when you think safe, you think something small you can just put your valuables in, right?
Right.
Nah, this motherfucker brought a 30-pound fucking safe full of dope 1,500 miles away. Our first show, we drove from Saginaw, Michigan. Our first show was in New Orleans.
Oh wow.
So we drove straight down 75,
Uh-huh.
I-60, drove into Shreveport, stopped for food, and then drove into New Orleans. I didn't know we had all the dope in the van until we got to New Orleans and somebody passed me the can of LSD, and I said, "What the fuck is going on here? What party did I just show up to?
You're driving the bus today.
It's noon."
Did somebody mention cocaine?
I literally felt like I was on an episode of Drugs.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It
gosh.
was insane.
That's the great part about being on the road with people.
Absolutely
Is it will either make or break a friendship. Because if you go on the road with somebody you hate,
Oh my god! And the thing was, is 4 of the 5 members of the band I did not know from
Right.
hole in the ground. Like
Right.
this is like my first meeting with people. And I remember thinking to myself, weekend, I'm in a committed relationship with 5 guys that I don't even know.
Yep.
The fuck is this?
Yep. And what did I
Wait a
sign up
second.
for?
I'm in a committed relationship with 5 guys I don't even know, and I'm 2,000 miles away from home.
It's the equivalent.
I'm 800 miles from anybody I even know.
It's the equivalent of marrying your Tinder date.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that is an
You can't swipe
That is-
anymore.
excellent analogy. Married, yes.
Not a good idea to go to a bar on your Tinder date.
No.
No.
Would I do it over? Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Every time.
We did a 6-month tour. God, in the 18s, early 20s. And we did the tour of the Midwest.
And see, 6 month tours are hard. Anything over 30 days is just
Well,
away.
this was every day. Every day they were doing something. We would literally show up to a town that nobody ever heard of and play and then leave.
Yes. Done those tours. They suck.
And we ended up in Little Rock, Arkansas. The band,
It's a fine town.
the DJ, right? The band that I was in completely disbanded. I was the only member left. My buddy's band, who came to the town this the exact same day, his band disbanded, and he and the drummer were the only ones left of his band. So we finished off the last 3 months of the tour as a 3-piece playing songs from both bands.
Did you combine both
Yeah.
names?
No, we actually. How did we call ourselves? God, I can't remember. Teeny.
The 3 Pete's.
The 3 Pete's.
None of them are named Pete. Genius.
It was crazy because we got to Oklahoma City. I'm like, we got 3 more months. Bring it on.
At that point, you're like, whatever happens, it's all downhill from here.
I
I
don't.
could die tonight, and I'd be okay.
And I would not give a shit.
Here's the great part about it. We left Oklahoma City. Now, I'm not sure how well you know the United States map, but from Oklahoma City to Kansas City, I don't remember much. Because we left, I remember seeing that you're leaving Oklahoma City city limits sign, got into Kansas City, and I'm like, hey, look, how long have we been on the road? Because did we just leave Oklahoma City? And okay, do the math. Oklahoma City, Kansas City, that's what? How many hundreds of miles?
600.
Right.
Okay, give or take.
So you're on the road for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Nope. We come literally rolling into Kansas City, and our drummer at the time, that would be a great idea. Pawn shop, pick up the snare head and a shotgun. So he,
It's a hell of a combination.
oh, that was great. He was hanging out of the emergency hatch on the tour bus, taking pot shots at the side, rolling into Kansas City.
Wow.
See, I'm so glad that we didn't have any firearms on our tour buses. It's like the worst thing we had. We had some like suction cup dildos. And I remember
That is totally different than a shotgun. That is like a weird comparison. Shotgun to suction cup dildos.
I remember one.
Joey, don't make this weird.
I remember one night we were in Dallas and we had played at the Gas Monkey Garage. One of the coolest fucking venues.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
It is nuts. This is how you know you've made it when you go into a venue and they have TVs over each room.
Oh yeah,
Like that was the moment I was like, I've made good life choices.
yes.
I like where my life's going right now. Anyway, so we're in Dallas, and if you've ever been to Dallas, hotels there are fucking retardedly expensive.
Yes.
So we're like, well, I don't feel like spending money. I'm not ready to go because it's organization. So sleep in the van, right?
Right. Right.
Well, 2 days before that, we had gotten into an accident in the van. And this lady, she was an undocumented immigrant. I almost didn't say that. She spoke literally like 5 words of English. And she hit our van driving onto the sidewalk to like go around us, because apparently that's what fucking in Houston.
Apparently so.
Like if you see somebody turning, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna avoid hitting them.
Is that something they do in Houston or in her home country?
I'm not sure. I'm not here to judge. I'm just glad we were all okay. So suffice it to say, the thing was a little beat up. We had a broken piece of glass. And Chris had actually kind of gotten fucked up. He got hit with a bunch of glass in the impact. So we're all sleeping in the van in Dallas the night after, and we put up a piece of cardboard in the window. So it's already cold as shit in this van.
Of course.
And there's 7 of us, including our roadie.
Yeah.
Like, we're all smelling awful, haven't showered probably 4 or 5 days.
Yep.
It's just bad.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody pulls out a suction cup dildo. And it just made its rounds through the bus as a unicorn, just going between everybody. Every hour, somebody wake up, take it off, put on somebody else, snap a photo. We had a video series. We did like 700 videos of a tour, and they're all on YouTube. Leave unicorn is the title of one of them. And if you YouTube unicorn Redburn,
Nice.
you'll find some funny shit.
Oh, yeah.
Check it out, guys.
Go check that out.
Go check it out.
Go do your research after this show.
Yeah, don't disconnect right now.
I got a
Wait.
special report. Not to cut you guys off.
What's that?
Ian just messaged and said his special report. Just got done listening to Greta Van Fleet's new double EP from the fires. Face
Bastard.
melting, goosebumps raising,
Oh,
brain exploding, life changing. They take you to Harmony Town, and this one, folks, rock and roll is rising from these fires through the black smoke.
I
And
love them. They're brothers. We're managed by the same guy. But I hate them at the same time.
I was gonna say I hate you right now. I'm so waiting to hear this record.
Dude, you know what? I got to hear it about a month ago. And
Really?
It's chilling. How
Is it,
good
is it like a jealousy thing?
that you hate.
No, it's not even a jealousy. You know what it is? We all came up in the same circle, playing the same shows, playing the same venues, doing Fisher Hall scene and whatnot. And I've watched these kids grow up. They're Jake and Josh are 21. They just turned 21 back in May.
Right.
And Sam and Danny are 18. And I'm approaching 30. And approaching 30
Yeah.
is all you need to know to look at a bunch of 21 and 18-year-olds.
And take their fucking guts.
It's not even hate. Like I couldn't be more proud of them.
Absolutely.
I'm happy to say.
I hate anybody younger and more talented than me.
I remember.
Dude, I'm 41. How the hell do you think I?
I know, and you got to work with me.
Look, I remember watching them at 14, thinking these kids are something special. They got
They're
that.
fantastic.
They got that X factor,
Yeah.
and they absolutely do. I mean, 4.4 million views.
I'm pretty sure.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure we talk about them every week on this.
We
show.
do.
We do.
I also have to finish saying that he said the EP is out tomorrow. Yep. Join the fleet, he says.
Join the fleet.
Hey, I could join the fleet. Which he's
Shout
the,
out to Mike Barbie.
he's the one that
They could die.
got us our tickets to go in December.
Yeah,
And, yeah.
Say that in your talk.
Greta's manager, Mike Barbie, is he's Citizen Youth manager. So
Nice.
yeah, that's how we're working with all that stuff.
Very cool.
I love those kids. I love them, but hate them.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
They are.
I literally I'll listen to them like 4 times, like that whole first EP.
Yeah.
I'll listen to it all the way through.
Oh, my
Like
ex-girlfriend
4 times a day.
Yeah.
She hates them because
She-
you overplayed it.
Oh, I think I played Black Smoke Rising.
Oh, it's
That's
my
my
favorite.
favorite.
It's my
We
favorite
had 30
song.
times in one day while
Yeah,
I was
that's-
cleaning the house, and she's
So
like,
good.
if I hear it one more time, I'm gonna sad.
I literally,
It's my TV.
literally every time I get in the car, I put Black Smoke Rising on. It's how I start my day. It's how I end my day.
See, with me, it's a toss up between was it Highway Song and
Highway Tune.
Highway Tune, yeah.
Yeah.
Flower Power.
You see, my favorite
Safari
is Flower
Song.
Power.
Yes.
But Safari Song just made it onto the radio.
I know.
And I love them, but hate them.
I think Black Smoke Rising is my favorite, and then Flower Power.
Yeah.
But you know what? I this is what I gotta say about that. Jason Flom and the entire team of Wild Records are amazing.
Yeah.
So they're gonna take the next year, take all those artists and know them. They're gonna be what saves rock and roll.
Pretty much.
It breaks my heart as to say that they're gonna be what saves rock and roll. What they are.
That's
They
awesome.
they are. I mean,
Everybody wants to say that.
Well,
they're gonna do it.
that's the thing is I've said it for what since grunge hit that they're the rock and roll scene needs to have a serious shot in the arm.
Mm-hmm.
When Alter Bridge came out, I was
Grunge
like,
definitely
yes.
is not it.
you know, Miles Kennedy and the boys, they
And-
kicked it up a notch.
And see, like I listen to bands like Papa Roach now. They got a new record out,
Right.
And it's all become so digitized and computerized that somebody like me is literally never picked up a fucking computer or play instrument. Never. I've recorded probably with every instrument you can think of.
Yeah.
The last record we used a dulcimer, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Right. It was one of those, you know what, like let's experiment. Like
Yeah.
let's make music.
That's
Let's
why.
not make binary code.
That's why.
Exactly.
That's where I stand.
That's why I like writing with Tony and Ian and everybody here, because we just keep it primitive.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Keep it primitive, keep it fun.
Well, you know,
Keeps it natural.
You literally, the first song we wrote together, you took a mic and just put it up by your amp, and that's how you recorded the whole song.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's those 15-year-olds that can make a fucking dance to it all day long.
two
Right.
band,
They're
by the
amazing.
way.
Yeah.
Just gonna say it, a 2-band.
Yeah.
Not a shitty line 6.
there's nothing better than two band. I mean, it's 100 watts of how you doing.
So, yeah, I'm using currently my touring mic right now. Is a box.
Nice.
Oh,
AC30, AC10.
AC10.
Oh,
And it's wait, check this out. I got the lot of reverb package.
nice.
So it's just got this all
Oh yeah.
that it's just balls in your face.
Yeah. Yep.
I love it. I love it.
All up in your face.
And to quote one of my favorite guitarists, Joe Brown, said, "American guitarists, British players,
Yeah.
strand on an island. As long as you have yours, you're fine."
Pretty much.
And I played 364 Fender Stratocaster and Vox. And I couldn't be happier. That's my go-to right now.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot about instruments, working more and more with you, Tony.
Yeah.
Because before this, I was just like the most clueless fucking lead singer of all time.
Yeah.
I know fucking jack shit. Like, guitarists hated working with me because I would just be like, yeah, just make it fucking work. Just make the sound work.
You know, it's funny.
Why aren't you playing it, baby?
Before I started touring, I was that guy. I was the guy that went on my first tour with a crate amplifier. I'm ashamed to say that. Like, as a guitarist, I know every guitarist in the world.
Kurt's giving you the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel that. I actually feel that. But like, I wasn't a gearhead until I started working with other touring guitarists, and I was like, I am behind in the fucking times.
Yeah.
Get your shit together, man. And then I realized, oh well, if you want the road shit, well, you gotta shell out some money.
See, what was great is I went on the road with, seriously, Hughes and Kettner modified guitar. And,
What?
oh yeah, no. See, here's the thing: is since we were so good, like the guys that was working on my stuff, and I loved the response of the 12-inch speaker from the Hughes and Kettner. I'm like, dude, make it into a guitar rig. So this is what he did. He totally did it. And I had two heads stacked on top of each other, wired into each other, and it was just the goofiest thing you ever seen. But man, when you played,
Yeah.
it was great. Halfway through the tour, somebody went, dude, this isn't going to work. So they went out to the local pawn shop, and I want to say we were in Springfield, Missouri, I think it was. This guy went out and bought me 1978 or 79 JCM 100. I plugged into that thing, and I was like,
My heart just melted.
You know,
oh yeah,
that kind of like jerry rig
yeah.
is it's like a northern Michigan rock thing. You know, like I played with some shows up there.
Well,
with
yeah.
Some dudes that had some fucking goofy looking shit.
Yeah.
You can't beat the sound, man. I mean,
It's awesome though. I love it. Like,
yeah.
For the longest time, I was that guy that had 1,000,000 pedals.
Yep.
And, not only an analog, but I used a digital board,
Yep.
MIDI controllers,
Oh yeah.
the whole nine. The half stacks on top of half stacks. You know, there was like 7 heads at one point.
Oh yeah.
I realized you can have all that shit,
Yep.
but tone is in your fingers.
Grab that case right there next to you.
This one right
Yep.
here.
Go ahead. Pop that on your lap and open it up. Here's the thing. You're gonna love this because
Oh, Jesus, what the hell's in this?
that's my gig bag that I take everywhere. There's 2 pedals in there. That's it.
Hey, you got a fire egg.
That's right. And I got a lock. That's it.
I used to use a fire egg.
I'm telling you, that thing, the more gigs that I've done with that, bar none. I mean, and I'm one of those skeptics that, oh, hey, great, they come out with a new piece of tech. blah blah blah.
And see, now I'm literally like I don't play with a pick. That's one of the things about my playing that kind of sets me apart from a lot of other guitarists, especially blues guitarists. But for me, it's guitar to cable to amplify.
Yeah.
I don't use even so much as distortion pedal a lot anymore. I've figured out how to tune my aim
Yeah.
to get that chainsaw meets a bear tone that I crave.
The magic is right here.
The magic is literally in the fingers. I've
Yeah.
been playing for almost 23 years. And I've probably played through every rig, every guitar.
Yep.
I've spent over $100,000 on equipment. And
All day, brother.
and the rig I use currently, if it wasn't such a boutique rig, it would cost me maybe about $500.
Mhm.
But because it's vintage, it's
Yeah.
much more.
That's the 2 grand I picked up at I don't know if you remember Rick Drums in Saginaw. It was an old Omaha mom and pop place. There was an old the 2 grand. It actually plugs into a electric keyboard.
Man, it looks like a keyboard name. That's what I thought that
The
was.
funny part about it is it never the distortion channel would never been used to play clean. So when I plugged in and just used the distortion channel with my guitar that I brought in with me, so I'm like, well, if you're gonna test it out, you know how it sounds.
Just
like
growl.
Oh man.
Straight growl.
When those preamp tubes warmed up and I clicked over to channel 2, I was like, oh
Yeah, buddy.
So would you mind playing us some songs tonight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you play something for us?
It would be a pleasure.
Awesome.
I think just in the spirit of this show, should do something rebellious
Yeah.
Something rebellious.
What you got, brother?
for all the stereo scoundrels and radio rebels out there.
Something rebellious.
Let me know how that went with this before you start playing like it's like.
Oh.
It can come up just a bit.
All right. Better?
Better.
Okay.
Rebellious, huh? I'm not very rebellious. I'm a little bit more soulful.
Hey man, stick it.
This is a song called "Unaware." It's I'll give you a quick backstory about the song. It's not mine. It's a song by Maris out of Seattle. Very very cool guy. You need to check him out if you haven't. His name's Alan Stone. He is the ultimate hippie, in my opinion. The craziest thing is the kid does not look at all like he sounds. So check him out. He's definitely worth a listen. But the song is about the current state of the country. And I think right now, the better time to discuss everything.
That sounds rebellious to me.
That's kind of in his own gangster kind of way, right?
Right.
For sure. So yeah, this is Unaware. Every day I deficit grows. You spend more than you own. And drive away, said to me, but keep it close, I am your authority, because you say that you can, and I was unaware, and you say that you care, but I was unaware. All you do is push. Can't stretch it any farther.
push, pull and pull, pull and say we can't stretch it any farther. Push, pull and pull, pull and say we can't stretch it any farther. Push, pull and pull, pull and say we can't stretch it any farther. And every day our taxes increase. So is this silent or is this silent? Papa says, son, take a lesson from me. Oh, as he broke his back trying to make you say that you care. And I was unaware. You said that you would care. No, you said that you would care, but I was unaware. All you do is you can't study nobody, no. You say that you can. Now I was unaware. When you say that you can. Now I was unaware.
Yeah.
Okay, so next time I'm gonna see
What?
you get so into it. That's
Oh, God,
awesome.
don't
No,
do
it's
that.
no, it's
Don't
great.
tell me.
Okay, well,
That was awesome, man.
all
Thank you.
right. That was
You
great.
have to forgive me. I'm just on the back end of the cold. So
Aw,
my voice
you
is
sounded great.
You sounded awesome, man.
You have to excuse me. I just blew everybody away. But I was
That was
Just have
awesome.
time to go, hey, grab my guitar, open that one.
See, that's exactly what Johnny was talking about. But that's cool. Like you, why not?
Well, it's in the case. I can't really grab it. So
That was great.
grab the guitar.
Which one?
There's another guitar.
Oh, yeah.
How many guitars you got?
All of them.
All of them.
All
That's a really
together.
good answer.
1, 2, 3.
like 8, 9, maybe
Yeah.
9.
Yeah. So, Dad, if you're listening, he's playing that guitar you gave me, so it is getting played.
Yeah, this is I'm not gonna lie, this is a dinosaur. This is a relic right here. I like it. Yeah, that's pretty.
That is
Yeah,
a pretty one.
That's pretty.
So, yeah, whenever you're ready to do the next one.
That's good jam.
That's awesome. I don't want to go back to. I don't want to go back to now having live musicians on the show.
Yeah.
Not only does it make my job easier because I don't have to talk as much.
I like it though, and I think our listeners definitely do like it. So.
This is the guitar tuning hour.
I anything's possible on the Don't Make This Weird podcast.
I think it's a full experience though. You get to see what it's like to be in the studio with a bunch of musicians. It's a lot of tuning. It's a lot of tuning.
It's a lot of that.
It is a lot of tuning.
What's worse is when you're in the recording studio and you're
Yeah.
as a guitarist, it's like, can you just stop for 1 second?
You know what's the worst? You know what's the worst when you've been like practicing for like 5 hours already, and you already hate each other's guts, and then your guitar player is like tuning right next to you, and you're just like.
That's what we have this beautiful thing called the standby button. And those hands just walk up to the button.
Good to know.
They have drummers are definitely. Drummers are
Let me
annoying.
see if I can get this over here.
Don't come over here trying to like steal my swag. I should
You don't have to ask that. Nobody's listening.
I love Tony. He's such a good one.
You haven't worked with him as much as I have.
This is true.
Right.
You'll learn.
I've only ever had to deal with Tony in short bursts. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it like when you start to see him every day for like
I'm
3
not
months
for
straight.
public consumption.
You also knew me when I was like kind of like that diva guitar player. Yeah.
I'll be perfect.
But you still had great chops.
I mean, yeah.
We were talking about how we recorded and how he was up on stage and he hams it for the cam.
Oh man, I grew up in a family full of actors and actresses, so camera shy is not me. I have no filter and zero.
We actually have some of that footage. So,
As in like blocking quality.
I don't know.
Possibly.
Positively, actually.
Yeah.
Name your price.
Well, we are looking at that
I know how
building.
this works. I know how this
Well,
works.
if you outright that building, buy that building, it can go away right now.
Okay, if I can resign me W.
Oh, could you use that for the other chair?
Yeah, we got Heather in a new chair.
Yes, no squeaky.
Not so sweet.
Yeah.
It was pretty atrocious.
It was.
awful. It was awful.
I was like, at first, I was trying not to do it, and then I'm just like, I can't even.
Kurt's sitting in there for there.
But he sits still. Like I would move to look at our guests because they're behind me. So what's playing?
I want to hear you do Stevie Wonder. You know these Stevie? You don't know these Stevie?
I feel bad because he's from 1 second.
You should.
I should.
Gotta learn.
There is superstitions. Writings on the wall. There is superstitions. I don't remember the lyrics.
Way to go.
It was fun.
That's all I remember was like the first couple of lines in
Hey,
that
man,
bit.
this morning.
I was asking him earlier. I'm like, so you do blues?
You have another pick on me? Because I want to play with you. I gotta.
Got pick. But I was
What
asking.
happened to I don't use the pick?
I predominantly don't. When playing acoustic, it kind of tears up the
Watch.
a little bit.
Watch, I would have laughed if you threw it and it went right into the guitar.
That happened.
Dude, that happens to me more than it doesn't. So don't say that.
Who did that happen to? You.
Yeah, that
It
happened
happened
to
to
me.
you.
I don't think I've ever played a gig or a show where I haven't lost every single time. And I've played some things and put them in my stand.
Yeah.
You put them in.
Yeah.
And I usually have like at least 10 per set, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. Halfway through the set, I'm like, and there's not really any more picks.
Right.
Gonna use these. I mostly just give them the things.
It's like hair ties.
I used to keep a pocket
You
for
know.
them for my guitars
Yeah.
because I knew that he wasn't going to bring enough picks.
My rhythm guitarist has a jar, like a little mason jar that he has, and he just keeps it in his bag. And I'm just like, Okay, these are going around the crowd anyway.
That's what weighs so much in that bag. It's all picks.
Yeah.
All of
Okay.
it.
It's 10 pounds of picks.
I know I was bumming because you bought those earrings that I have that are guitar picks from Restrummed. I want some more of those.
Restrum local company. Restrum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, at Runfest, he bought me like 2 pairs of those earrings.
Which is great because you're always around and he needs to stay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
so
don't.
it's about a year's worth of guitar strings for me.
Nice.
I was going to ask you about that because I was making different stuff. with
Well,
it.
I got an endorsement through a German string company. So I get to play these and kind of lives along almost 2 years. And so these are coated, but they're not coated.
Yeah.
And they're extremely comfortable to play, and almost never break. So she gets mad at me because I don't send them to her there. I'm like, you don't realize I pay $30 a pack for these.
Right.
I'm paying this for strings. They better not break. These things better last me at least a month.
Yeah, they're cool ladies though.
Yeah, they are.
Very
Awesome.
They were out the Runfest. That's
Shout
where
out
we
to
met
Restrum.
them.
Absolutely.
We were talking about getting them on here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We had a beer bottle filled with broken guitar strings in our practice room.
Yeah.
And
The ones that I got from Ian, I sadly had to go get out of the damn trash yesterday because I got thrown away. So I had to take them home.
Kyle called onto the show that one day. Kyle Keller, awesome musician. He actually made a crown out of all the broken guitar strings
Nice.
that he had.
That's pretty cool. I should probably try that.
Pretty cool.
It's only gonna have this.
Hit the road, yeah. I won't go back no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, yeah. And won't you come back no more. What you say, woman, oh, woman, like sweet. And I've been hitting that right now, way too fucking long. Smoking, drinking, trying, busting, sleeping, way too
Oh yeah.
That song actually got me a placement with the High Times Cannabis a couple of years ago.
Nice.
They, I got to perform with. You guys know who the Dayton Family is?
Who is it?
Repeat that. No.
Dayton
The
family.
Dayton Family?
Yeah.
I got to perform with the Dayton Family because
Nice.
they heard me playing that on the street corner in Detroit down at the Eastern Market. And they were like, oh, can you come do this at Cannabis Cup? I was like, is there free weed? If so, absolutely. And I had never been so high in my life. And that's that story.
What's that song? Don't smoke weed, really?
Don't smoke weed with Lily. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But definitely do if you get the chance.
Oh, if Willie Nelson passes me the joint, you better believe him hitting it. I'm gonna give myself cancer right there.
That's right.
Right there.
And then cure it.
And
Immediately,
exactly.
That's how Willie rolls.
Man. Legend status.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, that was so cool. Thank you for the longevity, man.
I'm glad Willie is still kicking around.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do.
Got some good man.
Got some bud.
Knocking on
Yeah,
wood.
that's cool.
I thought you said you got some bud in here.
Well,
Be a lot cooler.
You like
yeah, a whole lot cooler if you did.
No, I do not. Not here. Maybe at home. Not here.
See, in second, there's this. I'm just gonna stop out
Yep.
Information.
It probably is. Probably a good idea.
So yeah. So you are not playing any shows currently.
I am not. I'm actually kind of on a bit of a hiatus right now.
Are you looking for
No, actually, I'm not. I'm taking some personal time. This last year has been insanely busy, and I am also going through some personal stuff. Some girls I recently broke up with. I didn't break up, I got broken up with. My girlfriend of almost 2 years, and it's a big life change. We live together, so like, I'm the best thing with my new reality.
so single ladies?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Will.
Have you met Will?
It's really all down there. Shit show.
Way to set that bar high.
If you are not impressed by cheap guitar riffs and bad jokes, no, nothing.
We're gonna get along great.
Guinness is really good. Guinness is good.
Goodness, it's always good.
So yeah, no, actually, I'm taking a bit of a hiatus. I'm relocating to Nashville in 2018. And I have a record coming out in March.
Sweet.
Yes and no. I say yes because I'm excited to release this as my first full-length album.
Nice.
This will be my 6th studio project. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't know what that means, it means I've been at this a while.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But this is the first full-length album. I've teamed up with some really great vocalists, and there's some crazy collaborations with Melissa Curry. Talk about a bad voice, holy fuck.
Yeah.
This girl can blow all day long. And we got this deep cut called Symmetrical Love.
Nice.
I'm really excited for this record. It's a culmination of the last and it's kind of an introspective look at life. My life in the band, life as a father, some other.
Now, is this a solo record for you or not?
It's a solo record by me, like Citizen Youth Band, as they do with writing this record.
Gotcha.
And I think the band is on. I think every single song. There is going to be a deluxe edition comes out in June 2018 with 2 extra acoustic numbers. That's just me. But we'll get to that long from now because there's a lot going on with this record. It's what it was when we started as it was going to be a bit of like an R&B soul project. It kind of evolved from there into a pop record with R&B touches, and we were like, wait a second, that's not who we are. That's not true of who we are as musicians. So I was like, well, I draw on those artists like Stevie lyrics, like guitar heavy bands.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like listening to. But for me, like my mainstay, I guess, is Texas blues, and that's what I've written most of my records around. That kind of sound. And this record has put a lot of that into the forefront and shined a light on who I am as a person. This is probably the most recent record I've written. there's a song on there. Actually, I'd like to play it for you guys called Maybe. I'm going to play it for you guys.
Before you play that,
Absolutely.
I just want to cut in because I think a lot of times when you set out to even just write one song, not even necessarily a whole album, it never ends the way it started.
Oh, absolutely.
It is always one like a completely different song or album.
Oh man, and I'm the guy that when I go into the begin the writing process, I'll have an idea in my head, but it's literally it is the carbon, it's not the diamond.
Right.
And I look at it like, hell yeah, this piece of coal right now.
Right.
But I know what the fuck this piece of coal is gonna be. It's gonna be a diamond. It's gonna be Jay-Z's stupid ass rock. So I look at it like every chance, every time I go in the studio, every time I go in the studio with a band, it's an opportunity to experience in itself where we are. That even in that particular moment,
It's a snapshot.
yeah, absolutely, exactly. And Aaron Page, my bass player, he has literally been the driving force on the last 2 records because he is such a versed musician that I can throw anything at him. I can throw him drop B guitar riffs, and he's got some, and then I bring in some soul like backing track, like we use backing tracks, YouTube backing tracks a lot
Yeah.
to help us write. So I'm like, okay, we got these chords, but we need the turnaround. Where are we going to put our turnaround? What's it
Right.
sound like? So we go to these backing tracks. I'm like, oh, this is B diminished 5 that I don't even know how to fucking play. That works. Learn how to play that real quick. So that's kind of helps us forward. Aaron and I can with a book. And this has been tested on stage, and it's why I like my band. I literally would not be anything without these guys because they are so key in everything that I do.
It's great when you can connect with a group of people like that.
Man, and the chemistry it's always been there. I'll break down how my band is set up. My rhythm guitarist, Zach Burns, Ziggy, he and I have known each other since we were about yay big.
It's about a foot tall.
About a
For those
foot
of
tall.
you listening at home.
Yeah, I forget this is radio on camera. Yeah, since we were tykes, and his dad took over from my great grandfather as our church organist. So we've got almost 40 years of our family being intertwined musically.
Yeah.
And like that right there created a bond for us that has sustained our entire adolescence into adulthood.
Oh yeah.
And my bass player, I met my freshman year of high school, and he was this nerdy, awkward kid who skateboarded and nobody fucking talked to him. And we went to Arthur Hill as Arthur Hill High School started to become a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Not so white, and I know that's a bit of a show shock to some of your listeners, but it is what it is. Take it for what it is.
Right.
As more and more of the industry some of the white kids kind of like joined other groups and stayed and didn't associate with other people. Aaron was the opposite. He was in the band. He was quiet. People used to fuck with him bad.
Yeah.
And because he was quiet, and he and I became friends, and we hit it off immediately. I was like, well, I play guitar, you play bass, so yeah.
Slapping the bass.
You tickle that G? I tickle that G. And we've been tight as sticks ever since. Our drummer, same story. He was on Arthur Hill marching band drummer. So he went to the Art Institute in Chicago.
Nice.
Got a degree, did much graphic design. We brought him on as our team as a graphic designer. When we had a different drummer, he was 18.
Is that Tim?
Tim Millerov, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. The high school graduate for this. He's a great drummer, but just too all over the place.
Yeah.
Timmy. Yeah, I love Timmy. Timmy's a good kid. He's moving down to Tennessee, I think like next month.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, we're going to be in Nashville. So what's up, man?
Yeah, he did some session work with us, which was great.
He's a good kid.
Yeah.
He's a good kid, man. His girlfriend was like,
Pretty much.
I love you too. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I calls it how I see it.
Yeah, I told you this thing. And so we left the bond, or now driver, to sign it. And we were like, you play drums too, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, what do we need to do to get you real drums? So I'm like, okay, done. Cool. That was easy. Fuck. Okay. And the bond and chemistry in this band has literally helped me through my breakup, helped me through realizing that Michigan's in and they're not only brave enough to support me moving to Tennessee, but they're
That's awesome.
like, I love these guys. They're literally my saving grace.
That is awesome, man.
I appreciate it.
Funny, I wouldn't move to Odyssey for you. I'm just saying.
That's all right. I wouldn't.
When they told me that they were like, well, yeah, we got something to do. I just didn't want you to
You got like this really heartfelt origin story. Tony's just some bald guy living that.
I looked at them all and I was like, so who got root for you? Because you guys are going to go with me? You guys are right? If so, how high and can I jump?
See, that's kind of how the three of us got together.
What?
I mean, Heather tried to root us, and
No.
we're like, no, hey, this is not.
Not
I'm
true.
trying to slip in there.
Yeah, she
Did
did.
not. I didn't
course.
even know what a Mickey was.
I've actually been dead for 20 years. I'm a ghost.
The great part about it is I'm like, hey, Heather, does this smell like chloroform too?
Dude, this one's back real quick.
I talked for that once. Not really.
Just once.
Not really.
She tripped. Just,
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. How my
I'm
butt.
sorry.
Uh-huh.
I'm usually not this much fun, so
yeah,
I think it's the fact that
join the club.
I'm always this with you.
Yes.
you know, I've come to realize that one thing. There is always somebody who's going to look at you and be like, I fucking hate you. Doesn't matter. So, you know what? You're like another guy.
I
Right.
thrive on people that hate my guts.
You know,
It's what fuels me.
I used to be the guy that was completely worried about how everybody felt and thought about me. Oh, how naive and stupid that was.
Oh boy.
Once I realized that it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, they're being fucking naive.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Do what makes you happy. If it doesn't make you happy, at least make good money when you're doing it.
The way I look at it,
Good advice.
the way I look at myself is every great story needs an antagonist.
And that is you.
And I am the
You are
antagonist.
I don't know.
When we first started, well, when you came back, I was like, I hate your existence, which I really didn't. Actually,
She's lying.
I don't know now though. It's kind of questionable.
I think English people who know my existence are like girlfriends.
Same.
My current girlfriend hates my existence. So.
Is this
She
the-
said-
I feel
She's
like
smiling.
Like, yeah, she's smiling.
she
She's
knows.
He set the bar real high.
Well, what did you do to her the other day though? That was horrible.
We had just finished up our
I
board
was on your
meeting,
side.
and she was getting off of work. Oh no, it was like a half hour before her shift ended, and I messaged her on Facebook, "Hey, when you get off, we need to talk. It's important."
And that was it.
And I just
yeah.
left it at that.
And he
That
said
is
when he
a
was
big
typing
move.
it, he says bye. And I was like, did you put bye on there for real? No,
I thought
no.
The only thing that would have made that worse would have been a K bye.
Oh,
That is
I
literally the
hate
only
that.
thing
But
that
then
would have been worse.
she put okay question mark, and I just put okay.
When he was doing this, I did say that is a bad idea. Does.
Jeremy is a saint.
She is also our graphic designer.
If I ever do anything nice for her, I make sure to just be an asshole directly after that, so to not be,
No, see,
to not ruin my
in your defense, you were nice one time.
This is true.
And
Uh-oh.
This is a
True
very
story.
solid point.
true story, he was nice. He said, hey, invite her over for dinner.
No. So she was telling me that her little sister was having a bad day. So I'm like, why don't you invite her over for dinner? She's like, I'm not driving all the way to Akron. I'm like, see if I'm ever fucking nice to you. the one time I'm like, hey, what? You know, I was being sincere. I was being, thoughtful. And then
Straight up, just
So that's the end all of
still have
that.
a microphone, so she made the
If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't believe
pretty much.
in love. Especially when it comes to relationships. Like, I miss the marriage.
You're preaching to the choir, man. That's
Man.
why I'm still single.
You know what's funny? Like, the first 3 months of any relationship I'm in, it's just,
It's all
I
about
had to get close to them to say that with intensity.
it's all about food and sex.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what it is. And food, sex, and sleep. Like, cuddles are important-ish.
Look, but that's
Ish.
part of the food.
What?
Red pizza.
Bed pizza. There's bed pizza?
I think that
That literally just threw me so far off.
Bed pizza.
Damn it, tell me now I'm hungry.
I'm just saying.
What
man.
about bed breadsticks?
Chicks love bread pizza. That's all I'm saying. You
Bed
need
bread
that
pizza?
dress, they can deliver to your house. You leave the money in the mailbox. You get the pizza. You come back to bed.
My ex-girlfriend and I had this great routine. Every other day, one of us would order. The others would order restaurants like cheese. They deliver anything. They deliver booze to your house.
Mhm.
And I love this restaurant because this is a thing, and I didn't know it was real until I brought a 6-pack to my house with my burger. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. So we started doing this. We started doing this bi-weekly at-home date night, if you will. And it got to the point where we didn't answer the door with clothes on.
Why would
the,
you?
the delivery boy was like, he could tell when it was us, and I think he purposely like go around the block 2 times to let the food get cold. And stop him trying to go with pants on. Mostly me. I was like, I'm not putting pants on for you, dude.
No.
I'm already giving you a $7 tip.
Right.
That should be enough.
Just the
There's a
tip.
$350, $3.50 delivery charge. It's not your tip.
I hang out with you guys.
I think you're giving him more than just.
I hang out with you guys too much.
I was giving him the whole damn thing.
The show.
Whole damn thing.
Full frontal nudity. That's what it's about.
So
Well, I got a screen door that like the bottom half of it.
You got a sensor bar.
Yeah, the bottom half of it is covered. So like
This is when you go.
as long as I handed the money out the door at an angle, he would never see me.
Unless he was looking.
Mhm.
Yep. Not me.
This has been fun.
I think
thoroughly enjoyed it.
the important thing to remember about being in a relationship with me is that everything is usually a joke to me, and I will always seize an opportunity to make myself laugh.
Amen. Amen.
100% of the time.
There's always been true
At
stories.
any
I feel like if you're not laughing, you're not living.
Exactly. I mean, here's the thing: if you're not neck deep and balls deep in whatever it is you're doing, and you at some point bust out laughing because it's just not working, you're not doing it right.
Absolutely.
like
You need to be laughing hysterically because
I
it's
look
like,
at-
well, I'm not a porn star.
I look at how like fucked the world is, and like how depressed everybody is all the time. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I have my down days too.
We get that shit together in there, please.
But like,
We get that shit together.
I'm like, I just try to laugh as much as possible. I love comedy. I love doing this show because I get to come on here and laugh every week
On purpose.
Fuck yeah.
with with all of you guys and everybody listening at home. And like, you guys are the reason that we do this. Like,
Yeah.
this is so much fun. We don't get paid to do this.
Nope.
We come on here every week. We don't miss a single fucking Thursday.
Until
And we come on here. Shut up.
I mean, family.
We're gonna be on here Thanksgiving Day.
That's
Yes,
right.
we are.
We're gonna be doing a show Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah,
We're gonna do a special. We're gonna bring on family members and friends and stuff.
All hopped up on chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be
I'm not doing anything on Thanksgiving.
Come on.
Well,
I'll get
Dude, seriously.
I'll come crash.
Oh yeah, come on.
We're gonna do a dinner beforehand, and then we're gonna You know, I'll still be eating pie right here.
I will bring this to Pabs.
There you go.
Bring the apple pie.
I will bring the apple pie.
Because this
Oh.
you know,
Oh, it's not gluten free. Damn my life.
I need all those ingredients.
No.
but I mean,
I'm
we're
a fat kid, man. I'm sorry.
what better place to spend Thanksgiving though? Because this is my family. You guys listening, you are family. You
That's
guys
right.
keep us going, and I don't think that I could ask for a better situation. Like honestly, like I have so much fun coming out here every week.
Me
You know,
too.
thank you guys so much for being a part of our Thursdays.
Yeah,
Thursday
yeah.
nights. It's
I
awesome.
look forward to it every. I'm like, oh,
This is like,
Thursday.
no matter how busy I get during the week with work and all the shit that's been going on, I know that like Thursday, I'm like, it's like a day off, you know?
Yeah.
Even if I work that day, even if I'm doing something that day, I know Thursday at 8 o'clock is when my day off starts.
Yep.
Because I get to-
I've been super stoked all day.
and then and next time you come on, you're gonna be even more stoked because of how much fun it is.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna lie.
Because I was stoked for the first one, but then I got even more stoked for the second one, and then it's just kind of snowballed from there.
Absolutely. I can definitely see that.
So when you're in Nashville, we'll have you calling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But like, you know, as much as I love being a musician and singing and stuff, like I've never had as much fun being on stage as I do in front of this microphone.
And you've done other podcasts before,
I have.
so
And even that, I've never had as much fun as because I get to just be me.
Yep.
You know, as much of an asshole as I am, come on and just be myself.
What did you say last week? That if you see me cringing, then you know that you're doing
If
it
I see
right.
Heather cringing, I know that I'm killing it.
Yeah.
Because
I know
I can't. Okay, here's the thing. I can't see the guests behind me because of where I sit usually.
Right.
So I don't know what kind of faces that they're making. With Joey, I call you the wild card because you just kind of do what you want,
She
and that's
Just like mooning our
It doesn't
I
matter.
don't know.
We have-
Yes,
it doesn't matter if we have a rocker in here or a pastor. I'm going to be the
Yeah.
same person. That
we did have
Yeah.
one.
I don't censor myself. I don't see the point. You know, if that pastor can't handle the real me, like real people being real people, then he's in the wrong business.
Well, and he did though.
He did. He was great.
He
Absolutely
was great. It was fun to have him on.
You know, but to do this show and then get texts afterwards saying how much everybody was laughing and enjoyed
Yeah.
the show, like it drives me to keep going. It makes me want to come back on. You know, I have my days though where I don't want to come on, and then once I start, I'm like, I love this. I'm so
I
glad that
love
I'm doing this.
They're
That's fun.
I can just about every day. You're like, Jesus, I don't know stuff. Load all
When you
this
show
gear.
up.
Load all this gear, go through sound check, hurry up and wait for 4 hours.
Oh
But
yeah.
then those lights hit stage.
There's nothing better.
And that first chord blares through the mains. It's like Nirvana
You know what?
and sex.
You know
all
what,
at the
too?
same time.
It's this show too, because like I've had people tell me you should do radio. It's like it would not be the same
No.
as this show.
No.
This specific show with these specific people. Like if I did a radio show and someone put some script in front of me and some ads to read and all that, I would fucking kill myself. Like I would not be able to get through it. But like
Like be a corporate monkey.
no, because we come on here, we just have a fucking conversation.
Mhm.
You know?
It's the art of it that it gets lost.
And we push it.
A lot
We
of people
push it as
don't
far
do
as
it.
we can go. We are fucking rebel radio. We get to say and do whatever the fuck we want. You know, we are stereo scoundrels. We get to say and do whatever the fuck we want. We don't have advertisers. We don't have
But
sponsors.
if we did, we would read them.
Well,
I would read them for you.
You could do that.
In other words, that was a cheap pitch to get sponsors.
Oh my
But if we got sponsors, I would want them to sponsor us because of us, not
Right.
because we sell out to be fucking
I love that quote.
yuppies.
I love that quote that Jason said when the Black Album did it. They're like, oh, Metallica sold out. Metallica sold out. Jason Newsted said, yeah, you're damn right. Every seat in the house, every night we play.
Yep.
How can you sell out when you're being yourself?
You know, whether we have 20 or 30 people listening or just one or two people listening,
Right.
you know, it's always a fun time. And it's just this show.
Yeah.
This show is just so much fun to do. I don't even care. Like, I thank you for everybody that's listening, but I don't even care if anybody's listening. I'm still going to be doing this until the end of time.
I agree.
Until next week when I absolutely fucking hate you people.
You don't hate us.
I get to come here, and whether I'm sober or whether I'm fucking skunk faced drunk, I get to sit in front of this microphone and have a great show.
Still, yeah, even with me cringing it, yeah.
Yeah.
that time that you did get stoned drunk, whatever. You're like you've never seen a drunk person before. I was like, I have, and I just witnessed it again. Like I've never been there before.
It's a great show.
Definitely is, and we're gonna continue doing it.
All right, now back to being an asshole. There's enough of that.
Oh, that was very heartfelt.
All right, fuck all of you. Anyway, you had a song you wanted
So
to
what's
do?
the song you're gonna play with?
Yeah.
The tuning song.
It's a tuning song. This is I was gonna play Naked. But,
Completely? Or...
no, the song's like-
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
What you were just talking about answering the door naked, so
Heather, zip your pants back up. All right.
they're good.
Simmer down. Jeez.
Take it easy.
I'm good.
You get this girl thing.
Oh, dude, it's
I'm not that hot. I'm good. I'm good.
I was gonna play this song called Naked. Like after 5 minutes of being in my own brain for a minute, I realized that I'm not quite ready to release that yet. So I will give you guys. This is gonna be the first performance of a song. It's gonna be one of the singles off from the album. It's gonna be nice.
Exclusive.
Yeah,
Exclusive.
this is an exclusive. This is a song called
Nice.
Every time I come around you, I get this feeling I can't shake. Now, every time you come around, the withdrawal is more than I can take. Oh, I get a contact, I get a contact. I get a contact, I get a contact, I get a contact, get a contact, Now, every time you come around, why does it feel like my heart is on the ground? And every time you come around, there's no way for me, no way for me to get down. I get a contact, I get a contact, I get a contact, get a contact, I get a contact, get a contact, I get a contact. Don't you know? And put your fingers along the man. Don't you kill me, don't you pull that trigger. Put your fingers back on the trigger. Don't you kill me the way you do. 'Cause I get a contact, I get a contact, I get a contact. I get a contact from you. I get a contact, I get a contact, I get a contact. The way you do what you do, the way you do it, what you do, the way you do it, the way you do it, the way you doing what you do. What you do, what you do.
Yeah.
That was rad.
I want an EP. You want to come down?
Yeah, Marsh.
That's awesome.
Marsh 2018.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So would it be too much to ask if one gets autographed?
absolutely. I see you.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
we are doing final press. Become June as well. When we release the ones,
Oh.
tracks.
I'll take 5.
Yeah,
I mean, so, yeah,
that's gonna be 125 bucks.
my vinyl collection.
And,
Is that safe to have that out there now this time of year?
Well, I'm taking it home tonight.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm taking it.
I got a cool fun story. So my mom is huge into Mike Jackson in his prime and Thriller days, right? So for her 16th birthday, she asked for a copy of Thriller. Well, 3 different members of my mom's family gave her one. Got a signed copy, like a copy that she used to play on the record player, and a copy that's still in package. I had just sold it in some packaging and eBay for $2,000.
Wow. Crap.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like a practice.
And it's not even the sound copy. It's literally just
Yeah.
regular
Oh,
off
crap.
the shelf copy of Luther.
I've got to find a
Alright, because you're
collection.
king.
Right.
I think my favorite part about vinyl is just walking into a store and finding something that you did not expect to find,
Yes.
and just making it's like once you have a vinyl collection, it's nothing but impulse buys.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally nothing but
It's kind of like
impulse
buying a boat. You bought a hole and you film it into.
buys. You never buy a record. Like you never plan to buy a record.
No.
You never go and you're like, I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna go online and buy one that, like with a specific record in mind. It's like I'm gonna walk into a shop and whatever I think is cool, I'm gonna buy.
Yeah.
It's usually what it is.
That's how I found Infectious Foods.
Infectious Grooves.
Yeah, it was the band that Run It For Hero was in before you joined Suicidal Tendencies.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
All I wanted was a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi. But you wouldn't give it to me.
Yep. I remember that.
That's how I discovered the Wild Colonials. I walked into a record, I thought they had a really wild album art, and I'm just like, I'm buy this.
That's how I discovered you.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's nothing better to me than going to a record store just to take it all in and see all of the beautiful.
What hidden gem diamond rough you find?
So
Maybe
that was how I stumbled
Remember-
upon Motorhead too.
Do you remember that movie Empire Records?
I think the last one I bought was Jack the Ripper's Greatest Hits.
Yoshimi Battles of Big Girl Dolls.
I think that was the last one.
The box underneath the chair is all Disney. That's what I bought.
That's hype.
That's what I bought.
There's a good 1 foot by 1 foot box of Disney bundles.
Yeah.
50 cents a piece I got them for.
And it's overflowing too.
Yeah, I know. I
It's
need to
not
figure.
it's not just packed to the top. It's like overflowing.
There's
over
a
the top.
Superman record in there too.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
See, that's what got me into guitar because I was growing up. I was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old. And I heard this sound from the other room, not knowing what it was. All I knew is I wanted to figure out how to make it.
Yeah.
Years down the road, it was Jimmy Single Band live at Woodstock.
For sure.
And I was like, this is just insane. I mean, I remember, I was like, 29, just playing this record over and over and over and over again.
I remember the exact moment when I knew for sure that I would get played for this one. I was 11 years old, and I had been playing for about 6 years at that point. It was a hobby playing. I wasn't trying to pursue it. It was the first time I heard Stevie Ray Vaughan's version of it.
Oh,
I knew that moment right there.
Yep.
That no matter what I do for the rest of my life.
Yep.
Being a guitarist would be always going to be.
Yep.
And it's that kind of made it up like this.
See, I remember hearing when I was a
Damn it, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I remember hearing London Calling at Flash,
Yes.
and I thought at the time I wanted to be a guitar player because I never thought I would ever be a singer in my life because I'm like just some little kid.
The Joe Strummer
So I remember, I remember I got my first guitar for Christmas. And I was like probably like 12, 13, and then getting it and just being so clumsy with it and having no fucking clue how to play it or
I mean,
anything.
that's the first time you're playing guitar, period.
Right. Right.
I just like didn't
You have
have
to go through that phase.
I did not
There's
have
no
the,
avoiding that.
I did not have the patience for it. But right around that time, I was starting to get into Queen,
Okay.
and just hearing Freddie and watching him perform like in videos and stuff.
Man,
I'm just like,
nobody.
I'm like, that's what I want to do. I want to be that guy. I want to be all out, fucking crazy, like just get into it and be a performer
Fuck yeah.
more than anything. That's what I
Absolutely.
want to do. And I did it.
Yep.
I went out and I did it.
That's why it's weird for me to be sitting in a chair playing.
Yeah.
Like,
You had mentioned
I
that.
don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
You're all over the place.
Yeah,
Session work is different.
We've seen him all over the stage, and
And even the session work that I've had the privilege of doing, I'm usually in a pretty big room.
yeah.
Where I've got some room to kick around some shit.
All right.
Well, see, that's what's funny is I did most of my when I first got into session work, I was living out in Las Vegas, Nevada, and they would have sometimes a huge room to live in.
Right.
And other times they just bring you right into the control room and plug you into whatever backline. they
Oh
have.
god, I've done that a few times.
And you
I
would-
hate that.
Yeah, and it's
And it's only if you're doing guitar work.
right. And it's like okay, and go, and you get one, maybe two takes if they liked you,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it. Cut, print, send it out. Yep. No pressure, but don't screw it up.
Don't screw it up. See, that's why I love MIDI recording, because well, we all know that MIDI is cheating. Because that's what it is.
Right.
It's auto tune for guitar. Oh yeah.
So bad.
Yeah. Hey man,
We gotta start somewhere.
the recording process.
Oh god.
Period.
Yeah.
We spent Citizen Youth, we spent 2 weeks recording our, it was a 5-track EP. We spent 2 weeks every day in the studio, probably 7:30 in the morning until about 2 or 3 a.m. at night.
Yeah.
Like every day for that 2-week period. By the end of it, by the day that we released the record, we all made a conscientious decision to say, if anybody calls anybody over the next 2 weeks, we're gonna kill each other. And then I was the asshole that 3 days later and calling anybody, so I'm bored. I need something to do that. I'm sitting over here with my guitar, I got some new stuff.
That's usually what happens here too.
New stuff.
Well, me and Joey have talked about this. We're like, okay, we're not coming over today. We're not coming to the studio. We're gonna stay home. And then you're at home, and it's like,
Oh, Ziggy cussed me out, so I was calling. I texted him, I was like, hey, man, I'm bored. He's like, I don't give a fuck how bored you are. 2 weeks is 2 weeks, motherfucker. 2 weeks.
only.
See,
2
and
weeks.
I feel like I'm the opposite because I actually really like the recording process.
Oh, God.
The writing process for me is where I get, because I get so fucking frustrated with myself writing a song. But I get,
That's the, in my opinion, the easiest part of it.
but for me though, it's like I'll write and scrap it directly after writing it. So for me,
No. Hold on. You won't write just a whole entire song. You'll write 6 songs. Great tunes, mind you. You need a little polish. You'll come into the studio the next day and go, screw it. Throw it all away.
Just got thrown under the bus. But
And I'm like, wait, what? No.
I would throw you in the studio sometimes. So,
that's why
I'll
though.
charge you back.
That's why though I like the recording process, because at that point it's like, all right, I'm done. I'm done writing the song. I can fucking record it now.
Oh, God.
But then even though I'll record it, it still won't be safe.
No.
I'll be like, all right. I'm
Oh,
over
see,
it.
post-production, that's, you guys have to take me out of
Yeah.
post-production, because I know that I will sit there and pick each and every fucking bar of each and every song to the point where it's oversaturated and sounds like garbage.
Uh-huh.
I take the
You gotta go. Bye.
I take the you're your own worst critic thing to a whole new level.
You do.
God,
I will shit talk the fuck out of myself
Oh, yeah.
Why?
just because I'm like, I'm not satisfied. But it's like I just want it to be.
Yeah.
out.
Don't fucking touch me. I just won't be satisfied.
You want the hug. You want the hug. Not satisfied.
I need it to be perfect, and even when it's perfect, it's still not perfect. And it's just
It's
I
not
gotta
gonna be
keep
perfect,
pushing
though.
myself. I push
Like
myself and I push myself.
You've got to find a part for where it's going to be perfect for.
I thought I was
Man,
going
that,
to.
that was the biggest struggle for me. Is learning to accept what it is.
See, that was the
That night with Hope,
Oh,
myself, and you, and Kirk, and I think you were there.
Keith.
Was there.
Yep.
We had the studio filled with people. I thought I was going to drop at the microphone. I was going so hard for such a long time on one line. Two lines. But it was the chorus. On one chorus.
Yeah.
Just over and over and over again. And then we finally got it. The next day I came in and I kept recording. I kept going at it.
Yeah.
Now, see, what was great is we were all in there cutting Hope's cut. And she just, the first track it did, great cut. You could have used that as a very polished demo.
Not so we strange approved, but
He gets in Hope's face. He's like, I'm not believing it.
Ouch.
No. Here's the thing. Without missing a beat, she's like, all right, let's go again. Just
Good
like
for her.
Just like that. Calm, not phased, nothing.
gives the most mind-blowing fucking performance I've ever seen in my life.
I love pissing off great musicians because it's like,
That's
great.
That's the best damn fuel.
And it's
the best damn fuel.
she brought it every time we listen to it. We'll bring people in. It's like, hey, listen to this cut. And stuff.
And it hasn't even been used.
Yeah.
Because it's on one of my songs. That's why it hasn't been used. Because I'm like, I like that part. I hate the rest of the song.
And we've talked about how he's like, she's the worst. She's the hardest person to work with.
I'm the worst.
Well, I see this now, but so you got me like psyched up.
No, I
because-
never said she was the hardest person to work with.
Okay,
She's not
quote
hard
it
to work with.
properly. then.
She's the bossiest person. to work
Oh, that's
with.
right. Okay, so he says this, and then I'm going in. She's like, "Let's work together." I'm like, "Oh, okay." No. So I'm thinking this whole time, like,
Come to
she's
find
gonna
out-
tell me.
I'm gonna find out she's only bossy to me.
Yeah. Yeah. She likes me. Oh, cool.
I'm sure she's like that with Harley too, though.
Yeah.
The guys hate me because I'm the slave driver.
You gotta be that. See, that's the great part.
I'm also the financier behind everything. So I look at it like my money is being put up for all this.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna waste my cash.
Uh-huh.
If we're wasting my cash, my foot's going to somebody's ass.
Well, that's why I like working with Hope. Though.
Quote of the day.
That's why I like working with Hope though, because usually I have to be the bossy one, and so I can kind of let her take the reins on a few things. You know, I'm like, she can kind of lead the song a little bit. I mean, I still write all the lyrics, but she can actually hold her own,
See,
Right.
and I can kind of take a step back and be like, all right, just let her work.
That's the great part about doing session work in your own studio.
Mhm.
Is you've heard everybody go through, you've captured those magic moments. And when it comes time to go, okay, we're going to double up the guitars, we're going to retrack the guitars. You've heard it so many times, and it's good for 5 minutes, and then the track's cut. You go back through, you double it. And it's like, man, this is great because you guys did all the hard work.
That's the funny thing too about going from, because like I'm writing with Hope and Ian right now
Right.
on a project. And with Hope, where she kind of takes the reins of it, and then me and Ian get in the studio, and we both just look at each other like, I don't fucking know. I'm like, what do you want to do? It's like, how do you want to write this one?
He's fun to work with.
He's fun. Yeah,
Very
we
fun to work with.
definitely got shit done. We wrote like 2.5 songs one day
That's what we did.
in like 2 hours.
That's what we did in Frankenmuth, and it was funny because we were out at the pavilion. I had gotten out of work, and I'm like, "You just want to meet over there and like, write some music?" He's like, "Yeah." So we're sitting out there, and people were actually coming up and like parking there and just listening to us. And then the ferry boat things going by, and they're waving. It's like, oh, okay, this is interesting.
Now I want to just take a trip out of Franklin.
It was fun.
It's cold now though, so
Yeah, no, it's good. But yeah, it was a cool experience.
that's like one of my favorite things to do though, is take some take a break from like practicing in your practice room.
Yeah.
Just take your acoustic guitar and go out in the world somewhere and just practice some songs. Just have them play some songs for the world.
And of course, with him, you know, he's playing the guitar and the harmonica, and I'm singing and stuff. It was just fun. Not fun.
So you want to do a cover?
Sure.
What do you want to do?
You know Voodoo Child?
Mic down so they can hear that.
Well, I stand up next to a mountain, and then I'll chop it down with the edge of my hand. Well, I stand up next to a mountain, and I chop it down with the edge of my hand. Let's go. Lord knows I'm a child. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Don't be late. Well, I won't see you again on this world. No, 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 no. Well, I'll see y'all in the next one. Don't be late.
That was what the kids say. Trill.
Trill. I haven't heard somebody say that.
That was what the kids used to say. Trill.
I think you just took me back to like sophomore year of high school. Man, yeah. Weird. Locker room homo erotics kind of way.
It's so weird playing Jimmy on the acoustic, man.
Oh man, it's both fun and scary all at the same time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like-
There's no octave noise.
Oh, no. It's
You gotta make your noise.
It's absolutely. I think I got one more for you guys if you want to hear it.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah, let's do it. Man. Let's do it.
I mean, we could go all night.
I don't care. I'm it's whatever.
We'll go until the vibe is
I think we got time for one more, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it to it.
Yeah.
I took a plane over the stars, and it didn't get me very far. Oh, but all my troubles, they follow me. And I flew the moon, it wasn't far enough away from you, yeah, but all my own problems, they follow me. And I say every night I close my eyes, all my troubles just fade, yeah. I said every morning when I rise, I'm just sleeping in this bed I made. 1,000,000 times I was out of my mind, hoping I had justified, spending all my problems that follow me. And I discovered a way to hold it cleverly up for a plane with a hole from my problems follow me. Every night I go my lights, they dream just so fake. Every morning when I'm sleeping in this bed I made. Oh, I can't outrun the pain. I should have faced these demons as they came, and what I wouldn't trade all to make some in this bed that I made.
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
All right, folks. With that being said, we've had a wonderful time. Thank you for joining us, Will.
It was a pleasure.
Thank
You're
you.
coming back, right?
Absolutely.
It's a Thanksgiving. He's bringing the pie.
Yeah, we'll bring that one.
Thank you, all you
You watch
sexy
the lines get their ass
motherfuckers.
kicked.
Ah, there we go. Yeah.
All you sexy bastards listening at home, thank you so much for joining us and making this a part of your Thursday night. Every week, we have a great time doing the show. And it's all thanks to you guys and our wonderful guests that like to join us.
And they say they're going to come back, so
They-
you must be doing something
I
good.
thoroughly enjoyed myself.
And we can't wait to start having more people back. I know we're in this like drive right now to get as many new people on as we can.
That's right.
But we'll definitely be bringing back some of the people we say we're going to bring back. It's just, you know, we like making new friends. You know,
Yes, we
so that's why we bring all these new people on. But yes, thank you all for listening. Don't forget to tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your grandma, and we'll see you next time.